Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa and I'm the owner of seasonandserveblog.com. Today I will be showing you how to pull together a delicious and festive holiday brunch menu. I'm making 4 different recipes today, and all these recipes are great for feeding crowds and can be made ahead of time so that you're not stuck in the kitchen missing out on all the fun. Today I'll be showing you how to make my sausage and leek breakfast casserole, my oven baked hash browns, maple bacon, and a citrus fruit salad. And of course, if you like today's video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And with all that said, let's get into today's video. We're going to start off today by making my sausage and leek breakfast casserole. To begin, cut up a loaf of bread into 1-inch cubes. It's best to use day-old bread or stale bread for this so that the eggs can really absorb into the bread. However, if your bread is fresh, just chop it up into cubes and pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. Next, we'll cut up the leeks. I'm only going to be using the white and the light green parts because they are the softest and easiest to eat. Then I'll just chop it up into pieces. Next, I'm going to go ahead and fry off the sausage. I'm using a spicy turkey sausage here, and I've just removed it from the casing, but you can use whatever sausage you like the best. I'm adding that to the pan and just frying it off until the sausage is nice and golden brown and the leeks have softened. Next, I'm greasing a 9x13 casserole dish with some olive oil, and then I'm adding all the toasted bread cubes into it. And then I'm topping it off with the cooked sausage and leek mixture. I'm just gently tossing everything together to get it more combined, and then I'll set it aside for now. Next, to make the egg mixture, I'm cracking 8 whole eggs into a bowl and adding some salt, pepper, chopped chives, cheddar cheese, and some milk. For this recipe, as well as all the other recipes I'm doing today, I will have the full recipe description and measurements linked in the description box below. Now pour the egg mixture over the casserole dish, making sure to evenly coat all the bread cubes in the dish. If not everything got covered by the egg mixture, just use your spoon to gently push the bread down into the egg mixture and give it a little bit of a toss to combine. Once that's done, you simply cover it with aluminum foil and place it in the fridge overnight to sit. Then on the morning where you like to serve it, just simply pop the whole thing into the oven and cook it for about 50 minutes to 1 hour at 350 degrees. Once the casserole is baked, just remove it from the oven and let it cool for about 5 minutes before sprinkling it with some extra chives and serving it to your guests. This sausage and leek breakfast casserole is really great at feeding crowds and is absolutely delicious. I guarantee that all your guests will love this recipe. Next, we're going to make some of my oven-baked hash browns. These hash browns can easily be made ahead of time and kept frozen in the freezer until you're ready to bake them. I'm starting off by peeling a russet potato and then grating it on the side of a box grater. I'm also using Yukon Gold potatoes, but I'm not peeling them, I'm just grating them right away. Once all the potato is grated, I add the potato into a large bowl full of cold water, and this will help remove a lot of the starch from the potato. After the potatoes have been soaking for about 5 minutes, you'll see that the water is really starchy, so go ahead and drain that off, and then you want to squeeze the potatoes completely dry. Into the bowl with the grated potatoes, add 1 egg, some flour, salt and pepper, some chopped scallions, and some cayenne pepper, and mix everything to combine. The flour and the egg will allow the potatoes to really stick together and hold their shape when you form the hash browns. Next, take about 1/3 cup of the potato mixture and form it into a patty shape on a parchment-lined baking sheet. You want to make sure that they're tightly packed so that they don't fall apart when you bake them. And then when you're ready to bake, just drizzle about a tablespoon of olive oil onto each hash brown patty and then bake it in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, flipping the hash browns halfway through baking. And then for garnish, I like to sprinkle them with a little bit of extra chives, and then I like to serve these alongside some flaked sea salt and some ketchup for dipping. These oven-baked hash browns are super crispy on the outside and tender on the inside, and go great with the rest of my holiday brunch menu. Next, we are going to make my maple bacon, and this recipe is so easy that it barely even requires a recipe. When cooking bacon for a crowd, I like to cook it in the oven on a parchment-lined baking sheet. So I'm going ahead and laying out all my bacon strips onto a baking sheet and then popping it into the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I remove the bacon from the oven and then brush it with some pure maple syrup. Once it's coated in maple syrup, just toss it back into the oven for another 10 minutes, and then once it's done, remove it and let it cool for 5 minutes before serving. Right before serving, I like to drizzle it with some extra maple syrup, and you will have the perfect salty and sweet accompaniment for your holiday brunch menu. And finally, we are going to make my citrus fruit salad, and this dish is so simple that it barely even needs a recipe. I like to cut my citrus fruit into supremes, which means you're cutting out the main flesh of the fruit and not getting any of the membrane. And I'll show you how to do this with an orange. Remove the top and the bottom of the orange and then cut the peel off on all of the sides. Once fully peeled, you'll be able to see the membrane where each orange segment is separated. Use a sharp paring knife to cut out the orange segment and then add it into a bowl, and then just repeat for the rest of the orange. Once that orange is done, do it again to another orange and then a ruby red grapefruit. If there's lots of juice left in your bowl, drain it out so it doesn't make your fruit salad too soggy. Along with the orange and grapefruit segments, I'm adding some fresh kiwi. And I'm simply cutting up the kiwi into 6 even pieces and adding it into a bowl. Once the kiwi is added, just give everything a toss and place it into a decorative serving bowl. And there you have a delicious and refreshing citrus fruit salad to go along with your brunch. Once everything is ready to go, just lay it out onto a beautiful buffet setup and let your guests dig in. And that is it for today's video. I hope you liked all the recipes included in my holiday brunch menu for this year, and I hope it inspires you to make them and share them with your friends and family this holiday season. Don't forget, if you liked today's video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to go over to my blog and follow me there for more delicious recipes. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!